Every day is upside down in Sonji land.
We are just about to get started. I'm going to mute you all. We're going to start sitting on our shins. And we're just going to do some easy shoulder circles first. So just make yourself comfortable and roll your shoulders back and down. And take a few in the other direction. You can also allow your ribcage to move. We're not doing the super isolated version yet. And then relax your shoulders and tilt your head to one side and to the other. You can just relax your hands on your thighs. Take a couple of rounds here. Just checking in with the neck, see how it feels today. And next time you come to your left side, on the exhale, rotate your nose down towards the floor and then inhale up towards the ceiling. So just take a couple of rotations here with your neck in a tilt. And if you don't feel much, you can put your hand on your collarbone on the opposite side to intensify just a little bit. And let's just take one more breath. And then roll your chin across the chest to the other side and take a couple of rounds here. Exhale, look down to the floor. Inhale, look up to the ceiling. And again, if you want to intensify, gently pull on the opposite collarbone. And let's take one more round. And drop your head, bring your head back to neutral. Make fists with your hands. Bend your elbows at 90 degrees and bring them all the way to your ribcage. We're going to pull the shoulders up, and then on the exhale, you're going to drop the shoulders down, pull actively, and imagine you're pushing a bowl away. So imagine you're sitting in a bowl. You're pushing at the edges of the bowl as high as you can, and then notice the point where your shoulders want to come up here. And return. Shoulders up. Exhale, push out and up. And then return. We'll take 3 more. Hi, Sharon, Steve. And 2 more. This is a great exercise to synchronize your shoulder blade with the movement of your arms. So it's good for your shoulders. Let's do 1 more. All right, and let it go. Take big circles with your arms. Good, and we're gonna add lifting up the hips. So you're just gonna keep going, circle the arms, lift up your hip. Just going up and down. And reverse that circle. Go back and up. 3, 2, 1, and stay on your knees. We're going to do a little balance exercise. Bring your right foot in front of you. Put your arms out to the side. Press your left shin into the floor or the top of your foot. See if you can lift up your right foot and balance here. Great. If this is easy, bring your leg out to the side. Nice. Bring it all the way behind you. Hi, Sarah. And bring it back to the side. And back to the front. Good. Switch to the other side. Left foot out in the front. Again, press the top of your feet into the floor on the right leg. See if you can lift up your left. Hold your balance first. If that feels easy, bring your leg out to the side and all the way back. Good, and back to the side and back to the front, keeping your balance. And relax. Good, bring your right leg out to the side. The toes are pointed forward. Inhale the left arm up and reach over. Take 2 or 3 breaths, expanding the rib cage on the left side. And creating more length from your left knee to your left hand. And come back to center, switch to the other side. Stick out your left leg, inhale, right arm over. Think of pulling the chest up to the ceiling. And come back. We're gonna stand up. Find your balance on your left leg, and just take some easy hip circles. They don't have to be the biggest ones yet. We just want to get a little bit of movement in there. And change direction. Three. And two. And one. And switch to the other leg. Find your balance. Small circles. Any cracking or any popping is okay as long as it doesn't hurt. And change direction. Good. And then drop your leg to the floor. We're going to do some standing cat-cow. So you can slightly bend your knees, stand hip width apart, hands on your thighs. Inhale, open the chest, look up to the ceiling, stick out your butt. And then exhale, tuck your tailbone and tuck your chin to chest, round your spine. We'll take like 5 rounds here. Really pay attention to the space between your shoulder blades. As you arch your back, you really want to squeeze that space, tighten your shoulder blades together. And as you go into your rounded spine, try to make space between your shoulder blades. Take your last round. And then come up to a standing position and just let your arms swing side to side to relax.
Hey, Sonia.
Yeah?
You're really tinny sounding now.
Oh no. Is it better now? Perfect. Thank you so much for letting me know. All right, come back to the middle. Oh, now I'm blurry. What's going on today? Here we go. Okay, let's do our circles. Starting with the head. We're gonna go front, back. So doing the chicken head. Make sure your shoulders stay relaxed and in the same place. And you're just moving the chin away from the chest and then drawing the chin down and into the chest, lengthening the back of your neck. And we'll just take 5 more. 2, 1, and come back to center. We're going to go side to side. If you want to use your fingers as a target, you can put them up here on the side. Make sure you don't tilt your head, but think of sending the chin or your jaw over to one side and the other. Nice. Good. We'll do 5 more. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Relax, take a few movements to release. And we're going to do the full circle first before we move on to the chest. So going front, side, back, side. Either just focus on the individual points, or if that's easy, connect the points to a full circle. Michael Jackson head. Great. Yeah. It helps to think of pulling the shoulders down to keep them in place. All right. And then switch to the other side. You can release in between. And then go front, other side, back, side. Starting slow and really making sure that your chest doesn't move. You want to keep everything in the same place. Yeah. And isolate the movement from the base of your neck. Diane, that's looking good. She's been doing that for a long time. Let's take 3 more. 2, 1. All right, and shake it out. Release all the tension in your neck. We're gonna move on to the chest. So we're trying to isolate the rib cage from the hips. Slightly bend your knees. Send the rib cage forward and back. Forward and back. Try to keep your shoulders super relaxed. So you're not actively pinching your shoulder blades and spreading them like you did in the cat-cow, but you're rather imagining a straight line coming out of your sternum, and you're moving the rib cage along that line. Yes, great. That's looking good. Yeah, pop that chest out more, and then pull it in more. Great. And come back to center, release. We're gonna go side to side. So same thing. Imagine a straight line coming out from your ribs, and you're moving the rib cage along that line. Nice. Let's do 5 more. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Great. Come back to center. Combine all the points. Going front, side, back, side. Front, side, back, side. Or if that feels good, connect it to a smooth circle. So you can imagine that there's a circle going from one side of your ribcage into the other, and you're just driving your ribcage around that circle. Nice. Let's take 3 more. And 2. And 1. Good. Change direction. Front, side, back, side. You really want to get access to these deep, deep core muscles that allow you to separate the upper part of your torso from the lower one. Good. Keep the hips in place. Yeah, that looks good. Let's take 3 more. And 2. And 1. All right, and come back to the center, shake it out. We're gonna do the same with the hips. Just tilting front and back. So you're working with an anterior tilt and a posterior tilt. Actually, I showed it the other way around. Anterior is when you stick your butt out, and posterior is when you tuck your tailbone. So try to really get to your end range here. And once you tuck your tailbone all the way, see if you can go a little further, so create a little more length by activating your lower abdomen and pulling your pubic bone towards your sternum. Then stick out your butt, let go of that tension, and see if you can squeeze your lower back a little more to heighten your sit bones. Good. Let go of that, and let's just move through the ranges a couple of times a little more easy. Good, and come back to the center, and we'll go side to side. So slight bend in the knees, shorten one side body, then shorten the other one. So you're working from your core one more time. You're bringing the hip closer to the ribs on one side, and then same on the other. Yeah. You don't want to shift your weight like this. Stay in the middle and just work from here, from the center. Good. 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to dance. No, just kidding. We're going to do the circles. So we're going to go front, side, back, side. Maybe one day we should dance. Great. In this one, just try to relax your back muscles and your abdominal muscles and let your hips work. So you're just pushing the hips out as far as your body allows. 2, and 1, and change direction. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, bring your feet closer together. Stand on your left, and we're going to do the leg arm swing. So activate your balance first, pull yourself up top, and then just let it swing. Front, back. Try to find the placement of your body on your foot where you feel like the movement is easy. Sometimes when the weight is a little more towards the ball of the foot, it can feel easier. Towards the heel, it can also feel easier. Just listen to your body. All right, come back to center. We're going to stay on the same leg. Go side to side. And again, look for the easiness. Three, 2, 1, and switch to the other side. Find your balance and go back and forth. Arm and leg swing. As your joints get warmer, you can go higher and higher. Maybe straighten your leg a little more. Or you can just let it swing. 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Stay on the same leg. Swing sideways. And 3, 2, 1. Good. And come back down. We're going to activate our toes. So you're going to spread your toes apart, lift them up, and you're going to try and squeeze them together and press them back down into the floor. So we're going from opening and lifting to closing and squeezing. We're going to do this 10 times. Lift up, open, and close and squeeze down. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Good. Relax your feet, close your eyes, and pull yourself up tall. Shift your weight to your heels and lift up your toes from the ground. Maybe you can lift up the ball of your foot. See if you can find balance here. If it feels impossible with your eyes closed, go ahead and open up your eyes. You might have to stick your hips out a little to find a proper balance point here. That's generally pretty challenging. All right, and then send your body weight forward. Again, you can close your eyes. If you're uncomfortable, you can also keep them open. But we're gonna lift up our heels and send all our weight onto the balls of the feet and try to find balance at the highest point with the heels up, pressing the toes down, ideally with your eyes closed, and just holding it there. Feel the pressure of the balls of your big toes into the ground to lift your heel higher. Great, and then roll back down with control. Open your eyes if they were closed. Stand on your left and just take a few ankle circles in each direction. And change direction. And switch to the other foot. And change direction. Good, and spread your legs a little further apart. We're gonna go into a deep squat and then come back up. We're just gonna do 10 to get our hips a little more warm and open. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Rest in your deep squat and take a moment to get your ankles a little more open. So press your right knee over your right toes, and then press your left knee over your left toes, lengthening the Achilles. Great, and then find your weight in the center. We're gonna open up our arms, palms facing up, so pinkies facing one another, straight elbows. Try and keep your spine long and your hips heavy, and lift up. And relax. We're gonna do 5 here, and 2. Keep your elbows straight, and 3, and 4. And next one, hold. Hold your arms up, straighten your elbows if you can. Good. Try to cross your arms and see if you can touch your shoulder blades or just the back of your head and straighten back out. We're gonna do 5. And close. And straight. And 2. Straight. And 3. Straight. And 4. Straight. And last one. Straight. Good. We're gonna go squat to pike. So you want to keep the belly on your thighs, keep your shoulders open, and then come into a forward fold. Do this gently, so you don't have to push into the stretch too much. Just gently try to straighten as much as you can. And come back into your deep squat. We'll do 10. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. Stay in your forward fold. Relax neck and shoulders. You can just rest your hands on the ground, or you can grab your elbows, whatever feels better. But we'll take 5 deep breaths, just hanging out in a forward fold. And if you want to take any movements that you feel your body needs right now, go ahead. Good. We're going to take 2 more breaths. And after your next one, walk your feet a little closer so they're hip width apart. Stay in your forward fold. And you can put your fingers on the ground for support. You're gonna lift your heels up, stand on your tiptoes, stay in your forward fold here. Then lock the position and see if you can balance in your forward fold on your tiptoes. If that works, try to slowly lower your heels down. And then try to lift up your heels without using your hands for support. So, if that feels good. And if you feel you need the support, go ahead and keep your fingers on the ground. You're going to lift your heels up 5 times and lower down with control. And up. Slowly, slowly, just keeping your balance, focusing. And 4 more. And 3 more. And 2 more. And 1 more. Lower down with control. And then bend your knees, roll up 1 vertebrae at a time until you're standing. Good. Josh is an old man today, but you're doing great. Let's finish with a little bit of Chinese teacup. Palms facing up, both arms at the same time. Circle your arms in all the way behind you, and then circle out overhead. We're just gonna do 5 in each direction. 3, 4, 5, and change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Shake it out. Thank y'all so much for joining. Happy Monday.